We celebrate the moment someone wins. The medal, the trophy, the finish line. What we almost never see are the years that made it possible. Thousands of years separate these athletes from the ones we watch today. Different civilizations, different rules, different equipment. Yet one thing has never changed. Human beings have always wanted to discover where their limits are. Long before stadiums, before television, before millions of people watched from around the world, people competed. Not only against each other, but against themselves. The Olympic torch isn't just a piece of metal. Every flame carries the hope of a nation, passed from one runner to another, from one generation to the next. For a brief moment, the world gathers around something bigger than itself, to witness what human beings are capable of. History has a strange way of holding on to ordinary things. Objects that once passed through someone's hands without a second thought now sit behind a glass. Not because of what they are, but because of the story they carry. Nobody knew they were holding a piece of history. That's the strange thing about time. It quietly transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary memories. Walking into this hall, I found myself asking one question. What makes someone become one of the greatest? Talent? Maybe. But talent is only the beginning. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is the part nobody sees. The early mornings, the injuries, the failures, the moments of doubt, the days when nobody was watching. Every champion standing here paid a price, long before the world ever celebrated them. Looking at these names, it's easy to believe they were born different. But every legend was once a beginner. Someone who lost, someone who doubted, someone who questioned whether they were good enough. What separates them isn't perfection. It's the decision to keep showing up when progress couldn't be seen. Success has a strange way of hiding the struggle that comes before it. We remember the celebration, rarely the sacrifice. Yet those unseen days are where greatness is actually built. When we watch someone standing on top of a podium, it almost looks effortless. But effortless is usually the final chapter, not the whole story. Some dedicated decades to a single dream, repeating the same moments, thousands, sometimes millions of times. Not because every day was exciting, but because they believed consistency would eventually become excellence. Looking around this room, I realized these jerseys, these shoes, these gloves aren't valuable because of what they are made from. They are valuable because of the lives lived inside them. Every mark, every scratch, every signature. A reminder that greatness isn't built in one extraordinary moment. It's built through thousands of ordinary ones. The moments nobody applauds, but the ones that matter most. Beyond the famous names, there are photographs, forgotten victories, small moments preserved in time. And maybe that's the real purpose of a museum. Not to simply preserve objects, but to preserve ideas. To remind us what discipline looked like, what courage looked like. Because every one of us is competing against something. Fear, failure, doubt, time. Different journeys, different finish lines. But the same question remains. What are we willing to sacrifice for the life we hope to build?